Welcome to One Question at a Time, the TSI series. Question number 204. So today we will have 4 questions for similar questions. For part A, we will have x squared plus 12x plus 36, and our target is factor it. So x squared plus 12x plus 36. First, I realized that I have the formulas of a squared plus 2a times b plus b squared, that will be equal a plus b times a plus b equal a plus b squared, all squared, because 2 factor of a plus b. Now I'm looking at this, I see that I can rewrite it at x squared plus 2 times x times 6, 2 times 6 is 12, okay, plus 6 squared. Now I can write this at x plus 6 times x plus 6. And then I can choose C as my answer. So in this case, my A is equal x, my B is equal 6. Okay, so I have my a squared plus 2 times a times b plus b squared, that equal a plus b times a plus b. So in this term, you can just try to factoring at using the AC method. So we have a is 1, b is 12, and then c is 36. But then if you know the formula, it will be faster. Or you can check, right? So b can be eliminated because that negative 12 times x and negative 3 times x will produce a negative terms. But a is all positive terms, so you can eliminate it. And additional elimination is d, because that 2 negatives. Okay. Now you can see if you have 12x times x and then you add 3x, when you distribute the middle terms, it will be 15x, not 12, so A is eliminated. Then you can just choose C. And to check it, 6 times x is 6x, 6 times x is another 6x, so you have 12x total. Then you have x times x is x squared, 6 times 6 is 36. Okay, now for B, I have 2 negative. Now I see that I cannot choose anything with formula because 21 is not like the perfect square of a number. So I will have to break it down. And here you see that you have 7 and 3 is 21. But then if you do 4 and 5, that's only 20. So D eliminated. Okay, so we have A times C method. We will have 2 numbers when they multiply together, that will be equal A times C. And then if you use the same numbers, okay, add them up, that will be B. Our A is 1, the coefficient of the x squared terms, that is 1. Okay, A is 1. Now B is negative 4, and then C is negative 21. So you will have A times C is negative 21 times 1, that's negative 21. Then B is negative 4. So 2 numbers, when you do the multiplications, the product is negative 21. So one of those numbers have to be negative. Another one have to be positive. They have to be opposite sides. Okay, so we will have 7 and 3 because that is the option they have right here. Okay, now which one gives you -7 and 3 or 7 and -3 will give you the sum of -4. This part, -7 and 3. So your factors will be x minus 7 times x plus 3. X minus 7 times x plus 3. So A is the correct answer. Check for B. You will have 7 times x is 7x. Minus 3 times x is 4x. Positive 4x, not negative 4x. So B is eliminated. So you have -7 times -3. That is positive 21, not negative 21. So you eliminate C. So next is C. You have the factors or the coefficients of x squared terms is 2 is different from 1. So you see that all the part is start with 2x right here, right? And then the next one start with x. So what we do is we use the AC method again. Our A in this case is 2, our B in this case is 9, our C is 9. Okay, now two numbers, when you do the multiplication, that is A times C, 2 times 9. Okay, 18. Then add them up. You will have B is 9. Here you have two options at the answer choices gives you. You have 3 and 3 or 9 and 1. That's the pair, right? And then the thing is you will have all positive, which just means anything have the negative should be eliminated. Like -3, right here, if you multiply 2x, you have -6, and then you add, that will be -9x. -3 times x is -3, as -6x is -9x, not positive 9x, so A is eliminated. Okay, so for part C, if you have -9 times 2x, that's -18x, add x is still -17, eliminate C. Now you have two choices, B or D. Okay, so let's see which one is gives you that. Okay, so can we take a numbers is, if it's 3, right? So you have 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, that's work. Then you can do the foreign, okay, to avoid doing the AC method as well. Okay, let's see it. So this is part B. You have x times 2x is 2x squared. And you have x times 3 is 3x. As 3 times 2 is 6x. Okay, and 3 times 3 is 9. And this one is perfect. B is perfect to be an answer. But to make it sure that we have it right, then we try D. X plus 9, okay, times 2x plus 1. Now x times 2x is 2x squared. Now x times 1 plus x plus 18x plus 9. Okay, 9 times 2x is 18x. Now the total is 2x squared plus 19x plus 9. Okay, so D is not the correct answer. Okay, so go back with the AC method. What we do is you have 6 and 3. Okay, 6 times 3 can make it 18, and 6 and 3 can make it 9. Now how we do with that? Okay, so for this type, we need, after using the AC method, you need to do the grouping method as well. Okay, so let's erase the fact that we know B is the correct answers. We can continue to do the grouping in this part C right now. Okay, so we have 2x squared plus 9x plus 9. Now I can rewrite this one as 2x squared plus 6x plus 3x plus 9. I breaking it using my AC method. Okay, where 6 coming from is here. Where a 3 coming from is here. That two number I find in the AC method. And you see that 9 is the combinations of 6 and 3, and x is the terms, right? The 6 and 3 is the coefficients. So now I will group the first two items and then the last two terms, okay? So I will have in common 2x for the first one. I left with x plus 3. Okay, now for the second group, I will have 3 in common. So left inside is x plus 3. Now I have my x plus 3 in common, so I do x plus 3 times 2x plus 3. Okay, so B is the correct answer. So this one we call grouping. Because A is different from 1, then we have to involve the grouping technique. If A is 1, then it's okay to work with just the AC method and then have the answer. Okay, for D, we have another formula that's saying if we have a squared minus b squared, that equal a plus b times a minus b. Okay, so you have y squared, so my a is y, and then you have b squared is 225, and this one is my 15 square if you know your square chart. Okay, so you should know from 1 square to 20 square. Okay, and 15 square is 25. That is 15 square. So my B is 15. Okay, I can write that down again. Y square minus 15 square. That's my 2025. I mean, that's my 225. So this one will be equal y plus 15 times y minus 15. Similar for E, we have 4m squared. Remember that if we have 4m squared, that equal 2m 2 squared times m squared. 4 is 2 squared. And then m squared keep the same, and then we can take 2m all square like that. Okay, so now my a is 2m, my b is 3 because 9 is 3 square. Okay, now I rewrite it. 4m square minus 9, that become 2m all square minus 3 square. Now apply. A is 2m, so 2m plus 3 times 2m minus 3. Okay, so D is C, the correct answer, and then E, 2m plus 3, 2m minus 3. D is the correct answer. How about if you forgot the formula? You can just trying to distribute each of the answer choice, and which one gives you the equivalent given expression, then that is the correct answer. So knowing the formula will save you time. Thank you for participating in this series and see you next time.